So it's the day after and I'm actually recording on my GoPro, which unfortunately you will see in that it wasn't, my GoPro was basically my phone, which is a Samsung, and it ain't great for videography. So, but in other news, considering I have, problems with my joints like an old man, I decided to get this. Well, my mum made me lend this. And yeah, it is a massage gun. Hold on. Oh, look at that. It really does. That thing goes up to like 30 mile per hour. Probably don't get it on video that often, but you know, it just massages like places really. I know where I'm putting it. Oh yeah. But yeah, pretty cool. Hopefully it does the trick because people rave about these, and yeah, I'm hoping it does something because I'm not going to demonstrate what we're doing, so I'll probably be doing it around my leg and around my shoulder, so just to see if it works, and if it didn't work, my mum basically, you know, it's basically just an overpriced vibrator at this point, but yeah, cool. But in other news, yeah, um, yeah. In other news, I'll just put that down. Um, I've seen the other video, so my last video that I posted. Right, it did pretty well. People commented, which is great. But yeah, that was a bit of a hard day because I was basically in the car for a long time. I had to get AA to come in and then recharge the battery, which is the thing that broke down, and now my car works fine, which hopefully I don't need to get a new battery, which the battery is 10 years old. I won't be mad if the battery was gone because usually they last like 8 years. And yeah, it's a Ford, so it'll be easy to find just stuff about that. But in other news, me personally, today I had a bit of a, rage moment where I don't feel content with life, But we all get them moments, and I'm, doing my best. That's what I've given myself grace for. I'm at least trying my best, I'm trying my best with job search, business thing, this, I'm just trying my best with all these things, and yeah, I may not get anywhere with it, but that's the risk I'm gonna take because I basically got nothing to, be scared of when it comes to taking a risk because, I've got nothing to lose. I ain't got a job to lose, I ain't got much to lose, so granted, taking risks is basically going to be my whole thing. So yeah, I've took a risk doing this. If someone were to see some of the videos I've done, I might not get a job, but yet again, I've evolved and become more aware of things, but yeah, stuff's still going on, but well, I got a massage gun, at least something, and yeah, just it's like going through the days one at a time, and yeah, it is hard sometimes to just keep going, no matter how hard it gets. But yet again, my life isn't as hard as some other people's, which is great. but it is still hard to find the motivation to even, get up sometimes, because sometimes I will self-admittedly say I've slept in until probably 10, and I went to bed at like 10, so just been in my bed at 10, so that kind of feeling of there's no point in getting up. I think you just need to get up, in terms of, yes, you may feel no motivation to get up, and you may feel no motivation to do anything really, but you still need to do things for your own mental state and everything. Like, I keep doing these videos not only because sometimes I enjoy making them and I enjoy getting the satisfaction of making them, but also the fact that they give me something to do, which is great in terms of, I do like creating these videos because of the satisfaction, and also it gives me something to do. Like, if I were to just be job searching, I probably spend job searching like properly, and bearing in mind that it's like applications and everything, probably like 4 hours a day, like properly doing applications. Job searching supposedly like 6 hours a day, so that's like per day, so yeah, that's fun, but it's going through the motions of it. But I will get to editing this video and then publishing it and everything today, and do some more editing after that, do some reels and shorts and stuff like that, because that's what mainly gets my traction and everything. But anyway, thanks for watching, I really do appreciate it, and goodbye. So, starting off with cable flies yet again. No bench today. I will try on Monday, which will be tomorrow, by the time you watch this video. Yeah, shoulder in itself doesn't feel that bad, but yet again, I need to watch myself because I don't know what's happened to it. I mean, hell, I even got a physio phone appointment, which is absolutely helpful and amazing. I'm being sarcastic there if you couldn't tell. Yeah, they just told me to literally put my fist against the wall and push on it. That's pretty much it, which is basically useless because I don't feel anything in my shoulder when I do it, and yeah. UK health system, gotta love it. But in other news, flies went well. Got a good pump and everything. Felt the fibers actually working, which I think last week it was just like not working for me. So that's at least an improvement. But hopefully in due time, and in near future, I'll be able to press again, which will help with my chest development because my chest isn't really that great, if I'm being honest. So hopefully soon I'll be able to improve on my chest and fill it out. But for now, it is currently just chest flies for chest, basically. But I'm not complaining. They're relatively easy to do, relatively easy to go to failure and be safe with it. But I do miss the incline dumbbell press and bench press, which unfortunately I cannot do for a while because shoulder. I love getting injured. But hopefully it isn't a downward spiral from here, and hopefully the summer comeback hasn't jinxed what I've set out to do, which it might have because my leg is now starting to play up, which I did have an injury on that leg. Same leg, but I have to see. But yeah. Just need to be careful of things, because I would rather, lift with, somewhat sensibility, and, not be injured all the time, because injury just leads to my mental downfall. But anyway, you know what else isn't listening? Well, anyway, you know what isn't contributing to my mental downfall is getting some fucking delts. And hell yeah, look at them. Look at them meaty things. Look at them things. Death Star delts right there. And all done by this, which is very, very fun. But yeah, in terms of cable lateral raises or Y raises, whatever you want to call it, I just find it a lot better because the tension's always on the, part you're trying to, put tension on. So I prefer these over dumbbells, which some people can disagree, but I tend to go with, there's more tension, therefore, more time under tension. So I would give it a win-win. I mean, when people say go back to the basics and all that because people were bigger back then, I can just say, really, well, technically with this, it is basic enough for it to, be included, because I believe cables were around when Arnold was around, and I'm pretty sure he used them. Like, he used flies, everything, and yeah, I only do this for shoulders currently, because in terms of front delt activation, typically incline dumbbell press, because I have it on either a medium or high incline, which would get the front delt anyway, so that would develop. But with my rear delts, for some reason, they just don't go away, and they're pretty fine. They don't really need much work, so I don't even work them. So I just tend to just stick to trying to target my side delt, which is the more important one, because would you rather look 2D or 3D is my question. Would you rather be wide or wide in a certain aspect? Because if you really want to grow some width, get some lat exercises, get some, shoulder exercises, and you're golden. Like, you increase your, side delt, you'll look wider, even with a narrower frame. You'll look a lot better, and you'll like widen up a bit. So definitely a must exercise. But anyway, on to some tricep extensions. These are, it's basically because I have my muscle connection difficulties. I tend to do this before tricep pushdown, so I feel it a lot more, and it's like pre-fatigue, what Andrew Eubanks used to do before he hopped on testosterone or whatever the fuck he's on. I don't know. I couldn't care anyway, because that guy is irrelevant now. I honestly don't know what he's doing now. But when it comes to just like tricep activation, I typically try and target the long head, and for me, this tricep exercise here will just like activate the long head, which it works for me, might not work for you, because some people prefer over the head, like presses, like tricep extension over the head thing or whatever, which I do see your point. Like, it does get the muscle in a very, very stretched position, but so does a lot of other exercises, which, I'll be honest, if it's the exact same movement and the exact same path, it doesn't really matter, because you're still training the muscle. Because I'm not going to go into the whole science of, you should do this, you should do that. Just do whatever works for you, because this works for me, might not work for you, because you might be a over there tricep extension person, which I'm not, because for one, my shoulder is a bit, naff, but I just don't find it appealing or, you know, and any somewhat beneficial, because I do Skull Crushers on Monday, which will be tomorrow, and when it comes to that, I find it a lot better because it feels like the weight and everything and the like logistics of the movement will be able to help me bench more, and also I can go to failure on it because my friend is helping me. But it's just whatever really works for you, really. And as you can see, tricep push down. Not with the V bar this time, just like with a regular lat pull down bar. This is just primarily because I'm a bit wider than the average individual, so I prefer wider bars to do my triceps, because the regular stiff bars and, you know, slight bent bars, I don't know what they're called, are kind of like way too small for me, which that's just like a personal preference, to be honest. But I'd rather have like a V bar or, you know, something like that to actually, you know, do triceps, because tend to find it works a lot better. And yeah, just just works for me. I mean, I might be wider than you, I don't know. But anyway, on some back. Now doing some shrugs. Now look at that turtle shape. Look at that. But anyway, this is just to activate the traps. Not going to failure, just trying to activate my traps. So for when I go onto a lat pull down, which will be the next exercise, my traps will be activated more. And when I go into rows, my traps will be more activated, because I also have a problem with activating my traps, which, for those who don't know, traps is basically your central back. And so like you have your traps near your neck, and then it goes down into your mid back, which I find those insanely hard to activate, especially on rows. So I do this just to, you know, warm them up and, you know, activate them really. So when I'm on that pull down, as you can see, yes, I'm still working my lats, but I am also working, you know, my traps as well, because believe it or not, you're working your traps as well because you're squeezing your back. So definitely with this lat pull down, I did feel a bit in my traps, you know, because of course I did like shrugs for a little warm up on the back, but lats were definitely burning, you know, traps were burning, and yeah, great success. And as you can, I don't think you can see, but with this I go lower in weight, so I have like a top set, and then I lower the weight, lower the weight, lower the weight, which is just how I train. Now Dorian Yates used to train, so you do like a top set and then do a couple back off sets. So that's how he typically gained his size, and I find it's pretty effective, you know. But as you can see, I do a drop set at the end, you know, just to finish off the back, and then afterward I would go on to, you know, rows and stuff. So but yeah, lats were definitely screaming, and the key thing is to improve my lower lats, because I don't think they're as developed, as well as my traps, as in like the whole muscle. They need improvement too. So, but that's just from my own like perspective, and people can have their opinions on it. But I definitely think my back can be a lot better, and yeah, I just need to increase the mass on it for now. But yeah, rows you can see, they're all right, you know, in terms of, well, you can't really see, but I do the same thing that I do with lat pull down, you know. I just go to failure and everything and lower the weight, which with preacher curls I pretty much do the same thing. I have like a top weight, which and then go down weight, And then I just tend to find this method works for me. It might not work for you, but that's working out for you. It works for some people. It works for not so many people. But yeah, overall workout was fine. Just a shame that my camera wasn't charged because it refused to charge overnight and it refused to charge during the day. So yeah, I got that problem fixed anyway. So but yeah, that at the end you'll see just like a couple posing things, some in like an ensuite, but yeah, enjoy the rest of the video.